6 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. I'd like to call this special meeting of the Board of Trustees of Colerain Township to order. Fiscal Officer Jeff Baker, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Rajgopal.
Raj isn't.
He's on mute.
Here.
Mr. Unger.
Here.
Mr. Waller.
Here. I'd ask that you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the
Meeting is not already started. It is starting.
indivisible, with justice for all. And if you remain standing for a moment of meditation, Lord, you've shown us a lot of things this year, and as we move into the new year, we appreciate your continued guidance over our lives and the blessings I'm sure you have in store for us that we will realize when they get here. Amen. So we'll move on to the first item of the meeting. Item 4, citizens address. Mr. Mills, did we have any citizens submit comments?
We did not.
Did not. The next item is new business. Do we have anything from public safety?
Nope. The only items for new business is administration.
So, and then public services, none. Planning and zoning, none. And so the next item is administration. Mr. Mills and Mr. McElreevy.
Great. And I think this might be a little bit easier if you mute your computer there. Okay, very good. We have 2 items of new business this evening, both related to appropriations and sort of wrapping up the year. I'm going to hand this over to Mr. McElreevy, who will present both items.
Good evening, Board. Thank you for meeting this evening to help us with a couple of housekeeping items to wrap up the fiscal year. The first item on the agenda is a resolution that authorizes additional appropriations through the CARES Act. This is the fund that has to do with the CARES funding that we received through Hamilton County. So there have been multiple resolutions that this board has passed in relation to this fund, and this is an effort to kind of clarify all of those resolutions and make it clear to the auditors what the intention of this board was for this fund as we wrap up the year. So in the past, the board has approved a resolution appropriating $603,312.91 for eligible public purposes through the CARES Act, and then also approved appropriations for $669,296 for the same purpose, in this case on a reimbursement basis, and also from Hamilton County. What this resolution does is combine those totals to make it explicitly clear to anyone who is following what we're doing that the intent of this board is to appropriate both amounts in their totality for a total of $1,272,743.45. And the staff recommendation is adoption of the resolution authorizing the adoption of additional appropriations, Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act.
I recommend that we do such a thing.
I will second.
And motioned and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Yes, a couple of items. So, Mr. McElreevy, this, you feel that? I mean, I just have to ask this. You feel that we check all the boxes for the state in the county in order to have this appropriately placed in the right bucket, so to speak?
I do, yes.
Okay. And is this would this be the final resolution dealing with this year's funds?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your hard work on it. I know it's better you than me because I would make all kinds of mistakes with the buckets, but I know it's time consuming and I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. It's been a team effort.
Did you have any comments, Raj?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Here, Jeff, you got the county, turn that off. Thank you. Sorry, $1,272,643.45 county. Then you got the state appropriation, then the State Care Act funding is $2,435,693.45. It tolls state and the county $3,708,336.90. And now, on the State Care Act fund, we have the deadline to spend it by December 30th, right? Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So we already spent it? We already submitted to the auditor, or you process of submitting it?
We have
By the
submitted,
state. Can you hear me?
yes, yes.
Oh.
So we have submitted everything
I'm sorry.
for the county and the state. There will be a series of follow-up reports that extend into January, but we are going to meet that December 30th deadline for having all of the funds either spent or reallocated for eligible expenses.
Okay, now, the first funding we received from the county is $603 million, no, sorry, $603,447.45. That money already spent, correct? That expense?
Yes,
The first round of the county fund is been spent. Now the second, the anticipate money, we didn't receive yet, correct?
that's correct.
Yeah, so we have a plan how to spend it, right?
We do, yes. Following the direction of the board, staff has been reallocating existing eligible public safety payroll expenses to use this grant funding on a reimbursement basis, and we submitted that grant request to the county last week.
Okay, now, the total of state and the county, we have, including that anticipating money, $3,708,336.90. So, okay, in the resolution stating, you got itemized personal, meet the payrolls and everything. Okay, what if we didn't receive that CARE Act money? Those money would have been spent for this personnel, it mentioned in the resolution. So what are we going to do with that money? That we didn't use that money, which is already in the our own budget.
Sure. We have, the township has entered into a contract with Hamilton County to receive these funds. So we are completely confident that we will receive them. It's just a matter of them reviewing the application and then remitting the funds to us. But if under some completely unforeseen circumstance, those funds weren't to materialize, then what we would do is reverse the reallocation. Well, actually, we haven't reallocated yet, so we wouldn't have to reverse it. But what would happen is that those funds would not be reallocated, and they would continue to sit in the funds from which they are originally expended, which were the police fund and the fire fund and the EMS fund.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Any other comments? There we go. Was there any other comments?
No, no comments. No.
Hearing none, Mr. Baker, please call for a vote.
Mr. Rajagopal,
Aye.
Mr. Unger,
Aye.
Mr. Waller.
Aye.
Next item.
Thank you, Board. The final item for the evening is a resolution authorizing the adoption of amended appropriations for Fund 2901, which is the TIF account for the Kroger project. The board approved amended resolutions at its last meeting. Unfortunately, the amount that was in that resolution was not correct. It was off by a couple of $1,000s. This resolution corrects that error and establishes the appropriation for the fund at $177,422.34. And the staff recommendation is adoption of the resolution authorizing the adoption of amended appropriations for the year 2020.
I will move to accept the resolution authorizing the adoption of amended appropriations for the year 2020.
I second it.
It's been motioned and seconded. Is there any discussion?
None.
Matt?
None.
And none from me. Mr. Baker, would you please call for a vote?
Mr. Rajagopal,
Aye.
Mr. Unger,
Aye.
Mr. Waller.
Aye.
The motion carries.
There is no new business, Mr. Unger.
And then the next item would be adjournment. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
A motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Baker, please call for a vote to adjourn.
Mr. Rajagopal,
Aye.
Mr. Unger,
Aye.
Mr. Waller.
Aye.
This special meeting of the Colerain Township Board of Trustees is adjourned at 6:13 p.m. on Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. Thank you.